Hello, and welcome back to the 6th Street Underground, a Zenless Zone Zero fan cast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever wonderful co-host, Brian.
Hello.
Hi, Brian.
Oh.
Hey, bud.
No, I jumped the queue.
It's going to be really fun for me to line that up later when I edit this episode. Hi, Brian.
That was deliberate. I'm not redoing it.
Thanks, bud. I can't. This is such a bad energy to start this episode off with. We have so much to talk about, and I'm so angry already.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, okay.
What do we have to talk about, Eric?
2.3. We got the special program on Monday for version 2.3.
2.3.
3.3 Memories of Dreams Bygone. Which I don't have like a poetic connection to that, but it sounds cool. We have a lot to talk about for 2.3. We've got some official information about some upcoming characters. And since the last time you and I spoke.
Orphe.
Orphe, how's your Orphe journey going?
Oh, man, she's so strong.
She's so good.
Who knew that a DPS character that shine when they weren't on screen would effectively double your damage output?
It's the best kind of support, just does more damage. It's like when they realized, like, I want to say it was like League at some point, you could just run 2 ADCs in the bottom lane and still be okay.
Or yeah, like you just ran a mage as your
you're like,
oh, this character has a stun mixed in with all their damage.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I'm glad not every team is like that, but I do enjoy the best support is to kill the things faster. Because man, I saved it till she was built and I had time. I just did the most recent Shiyu defense, and like one was really glad that out of like the 4 stages, 3 of them, one of the sides wanted an electric team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay,
no,
cool,
they did their typical thing of, what a coincidence. The Shiyu defense we just dropped also wants the team we just released.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think both of us with the way our accounts were, like, it was all, like, electric one side, physical on the other. And I'm like, physical? Say no more. What's up, Jane Alice?
Jane Alice. Jealous in Chains.
Jealous in Chains is actually pretty good. And then the other side was like Anby and friends. And at the one stage that wasn't like that was like, well, you're still gonna bring Alice and friends, but you could bring Miyabi if you want. I was like, say no more for sure.
They're like, you want just a gimme? We'll pity throw an ice character at you.
No, I do like. I'll flag the privilege of like you and I both having pretty stacked accounts. So the Shiyu defense was a lot of fun.
Yes.
If you didn't have a good physical or electric team, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. No, I think we are full on deep enough in the game's lifespan that they're just like, either you got it or you don't. There's no pity for some of these game modes.
But the good news is if you are a newer player or you haven't fully fleshed out your account, you're not missing out on that much by not full clearing Shiyu defense. And you are also getting a pretty good idea of where gaps in your account might be. Like if you were like, this Shiyu defense was really hard because I don't have a physical team, when they run another physical character, it might be worth investing in them. You know, like it could be your sign.
And this is where those A rank characters, come into play. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the S rank, you know, build up your A rankers.
Absolutely. Did you? I think I know the answer to this question, but just to chronicle it for all time. W engine for Orphe?
I did a W engine for Orphe.
Yeah, me too. Did you have the same luck that everybody else on our Discord did, which is that Orphe did not want to come home whatsoever?
Man, I think it took probably about somewhere between 160 to 170 rolls to get her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. I think it was like 82 the first time and 83 to lose 50-50, then 83 again.
Yeah, it was
brutal.
Yeah. But then luckily the W engine was like, all right, you paid enough.
Me too. Like that 75-25 for W engine. I don't want to jinx us. It's a little bit easier to land the thing.
Oh,
so,
is that actually the rate of it?
It's. I want to say, if I remember back to like our second episode that we did, the W engine rates are 75-25.
If that's the case, that makes me upset because I've got them about 50-50 rate.
You've got a 50-50. Someone correct us if we're wrong, or I'll insert a little like voice clip if I've misremembered. But
Eric
yeah,
was
I think
wrong.
that's what it is. Eric was wrong. We'll just go ahead and cut that audio clip and use it in perpetuity because it's probably going to be applicable again. Man, I love Orphe, and I love how Orphe is making Sandby shine. It's the Orphe Trigger Silver Soldier Ambi team makes me slightly regret not having Anby's W engine, because that team, 2 of the 3 already have the character and W engine, and like it could be even more stacked.
Oh yeah,
you know,
it is amazing because before I was running Astra Yao with Ambi and Trigger, and the difference. I mean, obviously adding Orphe, she completely changes. It went from, which I think is going to be even more interesting because spoilers, they are buffing Ambi. But Ambi was lacking because I feel like she may have been built partially in mind with Orphe coming down the pike. And then now that she's out and then they're going to buff her, this is going to be a ridiculous team because as it is, it's going to be wild, strong.
It's fast. It is a really strong team. And so we got we'll get to it later. We got some teases for like the Ambi upgrades, and I think we'll get more specifics as that gets closer. I was worried about swapping out Astra just because like I got really used to the free swaps from Astra, thinking like, well, Orphe's going to really have to pull her weight to make up for the fact that like we're not getting those quick swaps and everything.
Boy, is she pulling.
Even when like I'm farming artifact or discs and the enemies are resistant to fire, she is still putting in work.
My biggest complaint with Orphe is I kill things so fast I never actually swap to her.
I know. I don't have reason to go back again.
Like she doesn't rebuild her energy bar by the time most of the stuff you use her on is she's too good. She's suffering from success.
Orphe's super fun. Her banner's still up right now, right? Do you have the game pulled up?
She's still got
up for a little while. Yeah, she's got plenty of stuff.
She's only been out for a week.
Fence, though I will say, yeah, that's fair. I don't know how good Orphe is on teams that don't also have Ambi and Trigger or maybe Seed. Like I don't know what role she plays outside of the Oval Squad teams.
It does feel like this is one of those of like this squad is really good.
Yeah,
you need all of the pieces to fit together for the squad to be good. You can't throw in a Nicole to cover a hole you have like you can some of the more basic like attack stunner teams.
Yeah, like Oval Squad's kind of like this like walled garden of like they play really, really well with each other, but they ask a lot of people if you haven't been building that team slowly. Like it's a pretty big investment to like try to get
it's all huge, 3. Yeah, because not only do you need all 3, but you don't need their W engines, but they are definitely ones that they're that Miyabi like they need a weird like stat that won't naturally be built for what their role is.
Yeah.
And so you spend so much time investing into this weird stat, whereas if you get their W engine, that basically they're just like, boom, we cleared your need for that to like go hard on that.
It's never coming off, but in exchange, you never get to swap it around. You're not going to swap it around. Ambi will probably get a rerun. It was not confirmed during version 2.3 that she's going to get rerun. Yeah. But the update was, and I can't imagine they're going to update her and then not give her to us. But as we jump into this upcoming patch, there are a lot of things you might want to be saving for that aren't and B, unless you happen to have Trigger and Orpheus and you're like waiting for that final piece of that puzzle. Before we talk 2.3, other things going on, the rhythm event has started. Have you done any of the rhythm events so far, Brian?
Nope.
It's I like it. It's the middle ground between completely brain dead and Guitar Hero on a keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, there's only one single button input and you just hit it when it's timed. So on a simple mode, it's like very, very simple. But the hard version, like, it speeds up and slows down and will sometimes like start in the middle or jump around. It's fun. I haven't done the ones for today, but today's song is Burning Desire.
Burning down the house.
Okay. All right. I'm excited to have an excuse to listen to Burning Desire again because
it's a good song.
It's
also, it's been, I think it's been almost exactly a year kind of since Bernice came out.
Yeah, boy, what a fun thing. The game has changed a lot since Bernice came out.
So much. And
oh man.
What made me think of this partially is so in realizing that there's going to be a lot to pull from going down the line, I've been trying to milk all of the free polys. So I've been going through doing everything that you can. I'm on like the achievement hunting stage. And I was doing
all like the friendship, like hangouts and running the free roams, the quality times with everybody.
Well, I'm not even doing those. I'm doing
okay.
So I'm finally going back and actually dedicating my time to getting all of the missions that were locked behind Withered, Withered Domain. And for people who did not do a lot of Withered Domain, like if you've joined in the last year. You probably have done almost none of it because they quickly switched over to the Hollow Zero mode, or at least like the Infernal where it was just the time trial. So like that you got rid of the TV mode fairly quickly, but there's like 10 quests that are locked behind it. But there's also a ton of achievements that you do while grinding. So that's what I've been doing is because you have to get, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Running through the TV mode of Withered Domain, there are like hidden tiles. Like you can see them, but they like have like a ghost bamboo outline and you have to go walk up to them. You can get an item from them and you're locked to getting 3 items a day and you need like 50 of them to unlock all of the quests.
Many.
So what I've been doing is I've been doing daily runs to get my 3 items from Withered Domain while also targeting the achievement. So I've been like going deep on like all of the, because you get achievement, like 3 or 4 achievements per different like Razonia. And so I've gotten like 2,000 polys from just going through and doing all of like, I literally just pull up the achievement list, look at the ones that are like super easy to do. Yeah. And there's tons of them. And because the reason I went back and did them is I was going back and doing the hard modes. And I was like, I am missing so many quests.
Yeah.
And the reason I realized I was missing so many quests is after doing Seed's agent story, I was just standing
really good,
there.
By the way.
And I noticed that like right next to the side quest videotape, there was like interact with the radio. So I interacted with the radio.
Yes.
I had unlocked that mission like a year ago and I never found the trigger point. And then it was like, oh, there you go. Now, I was like, oh my God, I am missing so many quests and that are so many free polys and stuff. So I have just been like, that is what I've been doing grinding. Is just grinding all of these missions. There's, if you've joined in the last year, go back and look, there's so much like hidden that you won't think to do. You got like Arpeggio Fault. There were a couple.
There were a bunch in Arpeggio Fault.
There were achievements I forgot there. There was the Melanu Hollow, or I forget what it was called. The one that was like the all white blank one. I had stuff to do in there. Like there's been so many of these things that I like when the event was out, you 100%ed it without having to do all of it.
Okay.
So I've just been. Some of them are super, super easy. Also, I keep finding random things to look at, and they give you an achievement.
Yeah, I think we should keep doing that. Where we're like, if you see one, mention it in the Discord, and you just like hey, by the way, go over here and look at this poster of all the people from Bellabog Industries. A scene will play, and you'll get 5 polychromes.
For anyone who
really
hasn't,
easy way.
go to Port Elpis and go to the top of the light tower. There's a bird statue, and if you look at that, that's another achievement.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Brian's over here snuffling for gubbins, trying to get as many polychromes in the depths as he can.
I am going to be pulling hard for what's coming down on 2.3.
Let's talk about it, because they keep announcing characters, and I'm like, I'll be able to skip. I can't skip that character. I love that, Brian. I'm going to have to follow in your footsteps. I think I've done some of those, but there's definitely like achievements and things I'm looking at going like, I need to just sit down and do that.
The Wither Domain is the most, because that was, you could tell they built those achievements back when you were going to have to run Wither Domain like 3 or 4 times a week. And then like once they killed TV mode, like if
that's just free stuff laying around.
The only downside is, and I could have sworn when they first made the change, is that you would have been able to do Wither Domain or whatever the new Hollow Zero is, but you can't. Wither Domain does not count for your weekly run.
Oh,
you get no credit for it at all.
So it's just secondary now. It's a tertiary activity.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you find... I remember when we were first doing it, like, back when that was primary content, the general power level of characters was way lower. Because they hadn't released Void Hunters and nobody had built everybody. Are you finding those like fights way easier now than you did a year ago?
Nineveh is
just like
so
clean sweep.
I'm running it on the lowest level because I don't because
matter.
It's like 4, but it's still like 4,000, so that's still like
okay.
Because I'm running her like the attack, the like one where you actually go, but it is literally I'm running with the Orphe Sambi team, and like I'm clearing Nineveh in like 30 seconds. Like that is a good
satisfying.
Like tell of where the power creep has come from. Is where I get upset when I don't kill her fast enough and she goes into one of her invulnerable periods.
She gets a phase. If you don't single phase her,
if I can't single phase her, I'm like, I've failed this run.
That's how I feel when I'm doing like some of my weekly stuff. Or if I can't like just completely obliterate the first phase. There's an achievement for knocking Pompey off his motorcycle during both phases of his fight.
And I don't know. I never knew you could do that.
I've almost got it once. The problem is not that it's hard. One, it's hard because the attack, it's easy to knock him off during first phase because it's when he's on his motorcycle going around, you block him, cool. Second phase, he has like 4 or 5 different attacks he'll use, and the one where he gets on his motorcycle is far and away the least used one, and it has the shortest window for parrying. So I've tried doing it each week, but what happens is I knock him off first phase, no problem. And then second phase, I either accidentally parry the wrong attack too many times and I run out of parry charges, or I miss the parry. And if I stun him once to get like parry charges back, he dies. He's dead. So you have to do it again. That's the only like boss level achievement I'm missing, because there is one for the new boss that they added, where you're fighting.
Yes, which I did get that one accidentally for like basically being perfect at it. Yeah,
just block things and she falls over.
Also, a throwback to the question you asked 2 or 3 episodes ago. That one
I was gonna ask,
where you have to like kill him in like 10 seconds. I tried it a couple times. I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
It stinks, right? It's miserable. I know people can do it. I don't know how to do it. And my count's strong. Like I should be able to do this.
It was one of those where I was doing it. I'm like, there's so many other things I can be doing for the 5 polys that it's worth.
for 5, it's not worth the 5 polychromes. If you know how to do that, please tell us your secrets, because like, if it's an easy 5 polys, I'm going to do it. The last thing I'll say, Brian, is I've been doing something similar to you, but I've been working through all of my characters' hangout stuff, quality times. Because like each of those quality time stories, there's like 5 stories, and you experience 5 random events, play a game at the arcade twice, and then make flowers. And like I think 3 of those achievements don't give polys, but the rest do.
Yeah.
It's completely low stakes. It's what I've been doing at night when I'm too tired to do anything else. It's just like I'll churn through a character. And that is for all characters that are out right now. So it is a pretty good bank of stuff to get. The only thing I did realize is most characters can play any game at the arcade. Rena, you have to play 2 rounds of Soul Hounds because she's the queen of Soul Hounds.
Interesting.
Like that is her game. And so like it's a little kind of like flavor piece. You can't just do what I usually do, which is I open up Snake and then don't touch my controller for a minute and then repeat. And then
because you don't have to win, you just have to play.
You have to play Soul Hounds with Rena. Let's talk about 2.3.
Yeah, let's finally talk about
2 hours long. 2.3 is coming. The special program came out on Monday. It was a really fun one. We had people in person again. I really liked the small bit where like they cut to one of the game designers and the other guy, and they were sitting in chairs, but the chairs were floating in the middle of the wall, so their feet weren't touching the ground. That was a lot of fun. So first thing we're getting is a new main chapter. We get a new chapter. This is like I think you talked about last week, where we get kind of a chill out chapter after these big heavy events. But it sounds like they're going to do a little bit more with this than make it just like fluff.
The big thing I noticed is it's exactly what we were talking about when we covered the story. Is they're actually going to develop Sarah, so she's not going to be a villain who shows up and then dies.
We're going to be, whether we're actively seeing her or like experiencing her story, the place we're going in this chapter is Sarah's origin point.
Yeah, so like the way I read it was like she may not even be involved at all in the chapter, but while we're going through, we're like finding diary pages or like, and like it explains why she became who she is.
Yeah, I really want that. I love that they're going to take time to flesh her out a little bit. We're going to a new area. It's going to be that their timing is perfect. 'Cause it's like the spooky area and there's spooky stories and stuff going on.
Skeletons.
And we are going there with
Lucia
and
Yahari.
And they look
Manito.
great. And Manito.
Boo.
Manito's fine.
No, I've got no issue with him at all.
Like they spent a lot of time talking about Lucia. We got a little bit more details about Lucia's whole shtick. She's from like an outskirts town, and she really likes ethereals.
It's also crazy how she dresses completely different than anyone else.
Man, the online drama around the reworks for Lucia have been fascinating.
I am sad that they changed her model.
Yeah.
I did like her old model.
I liked the old model a little bit more. I don't know. There are parts I like the change for. I do think, and this is me off on a tangent, I think a lot of the comments about how now she just looks like Yijuan is if you're only looking at her chest and butt. If you're looking at the whole rest of the aesthetic for the outfit, it's pretty different.
Where else are you supposed to look on a character?
But I think that's telling, right? Is everyone's like, it's the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, but you've got like 2 little portholes you're looking through to see a character from. I agree, though. The design changes are a little bit off. That being said, I still love her.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing. She's got her little spell book, but the spell book's just her drawing ethereals in it because she really likes ethereals.
I do love that she's just befriending ethereals or attempting to.
Yeah, she's got her little like tooting horn cane. Did you notice when they showed her that she has like little floating things on the back of her cape and on the tip of her cane?
No.
These like cool little floaty purple blobs. But she seems really cool, man. She's if you don't know, she is a Ethers support agent, which we've had one of those so far, and she was game changing. But she's going to really benefit supporting right now sheer damage characters, so rupture characters. And she's able to put on static effects that increase team HP. So anybody who scales off of HP benefits from being Hunter team.
Between her and Yidhari, their kits are stupid. They stack HP to buff. That is like their main stat is stack HP. Yep. She gives bonus HP, and she throws down healing.
A big heal that gets even better if you're playing her better.
Yeah. And then you have Yidhari, who, what's her thing? Oh, she scales off of HP. She does more damage the lower her HP is. But then she also heals herself.
Yep.
And so you'll have Lucia giving more HP to Yidhari, who will burn through her HP to do more damage, who will be healing herself and being healed by Lucia. Like,
it's going to be wild.
It seems like I'm so excited. Adversity is going to be nuts on Yidhari. Running Hollow Zero with adversity, you'd be like, I have 1% health. I can one-shot the sky.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that's going to be really cool until, like, an errant attack comes through in, like, one of those small gaps where you haven't recovered enough HP yet, and you just get spiked.
Unless, Eric, stick with me, Caesar Shield.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe this is the buff Caesar's been waiting for, is the safety net of just having a shield. Dude, it's wild. And then, like, the way she like summons things with her animations, and, like, her ultimate, she, like, pops out this big ethereal she rides around. And I was worried that would be something you would never use because it would eat up field time. But you can either stay on it and just, like, rampage for a while, or just, like, pop it out, run them into somebody, and then switch again. And, like, it does this big collision nuke.
There was also something, which I don't know, I wasn't sure if it was, like, a mistranslation or if this is a new thing. But when they were talking, both of these characters can trigger an ether wellspring effect.
Yes.
So is that's just like a new name for a new effect?
It's a new name essentially for a field effect. If we think about, like, card games and stuff, like, it puts the little bubbles on the corners of the screen, and it is a global effect for your whole team while that buff is in place.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that or if Yidhari was like, oh, she literally will activate a part of Lucia's kit. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, yeah.
That would be too much of them having to be with each other.
Right. You better roll for these two. And I think, like, it's named like that because I'd be willing to bet we get other ether veil effects in the future that, like, you can only have one in play at a time, probably.
Or, like, like one of the same name. So, like, you have either Lucia's or Yidhari's.
Right. So, like, the one they make is an HP one, but in the future we might get a character who makes an attack buffing one or an energy recharging one.
Also, another thing I was curious about is specifically with Yidhari.
Yeah.
Is it looked like when she hits 3,000 decibels, she throws down her ether wellspring, but keeps her ultimate. So, like, she burns the decibels, but still has her ultimate available.
She does. She, like, pockets her ultimate and resets her decibels to 0 by triggering, like, a micro ultimate. And it, like, gives you some flexibility while you build up for a second ultimate. So it's almost got, like, this is now the second S rank Rupture character, and the second Rupture character who has some weird things happening with their ultimate.
Yeah.
That seems like it might be one of the trends around Rupture. Is like, the ultimate gets funky. So she, like, just hitting, so simultaneously it's more control and less control, because just by hitting 3,000, something triggers. So if you hit 3,000 and then the enemies die, it's wasted space.
Which I guess...
But you still have your ult.
That might be, like, kind of their design philosophy. Your attackers are based on auto attacks. Most of their stuff will trigger off auto attacks. Your anomaly characters are a little more EX based. Like, their big things are usually on their EX skill. And then Ruptures are going to be, their thing is there's something funky with ultimate, which would be kind of an interesting way to, like, tackle because people are like, it's kind of a hodgepodge of, like, weather attacker anomaly, but if they've got specific roles or just, like, specific feelings of how they play.
I like that. I like that kind of like creating dedicated spaces for those characters. There will always be one to mess with those boundaries, but that makes a lot of sense to me. Yidhari looks like a lot of fun too, man.
Oh God! Did you know? Surprisingly good interest rates on second mortgages.
Oh, wonderful! I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
For your Yidhari home.
And
I'm
6
really
Yidhari,
interested.
here I come. I can't afford that.
No way. No, I love all of these characters in the game. I don't know who I would be willing to like M6. There's just too many other cool characters.
With how much it costs, I financially cannot.
Yeah.
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 I would
join. We'll make a Patreon so people can buy us M6 for characters.
Especially because I don't know if this is something that they recently did or if I just never noticed. But when you look at the characters, they now tell you what their dollar value is to pull.
They had to change that because of some legal stuff. A couple the actual lawsuit went through like a year ago, but it took so long to come into effect. But now they have to show.
Yeah, I figured it was
the value there.
But I think it's interesting because if you look, they said the cost to get an agent is somewhere between like $1.90 and $475.20 US.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's rough when you put real numbers to it.
You're like, ooh.
Better farm, and now that's why you're going back through all of the old content.
Now that I can put actual number values on all of these achievements, I'm like, oh, today I earned $20 worth of pulls in ZCC.
I went into the mines and made $5 today.
Especially when you look at $100, like $100 gets you 40 pulls, not counting the like first time bonus, which only gets you to 80.
I definitely didn't just buy that or anything.
Hey,
I got some work bonuses and they all went straight
you
to
don't
my
have
Google
to.
Play.
You don't have to justify yourself to me.
Because I'm looking at all these characters and like I want to see what Yidhari feels like, because I think aesthetically she's an 11 out of 10. She's amazing. But like so much of Zenless right now is frantic and fast paced. I'm really curious to see how it feels to have a character who benefits from a charged attack a la Monster Hunter Hammer.
Yes, but also they were like, hey, what if while you're charging, her tails block damage for and counter attack?
So cool. It's so cool.
It also feels like a key part of her kit was that like perfect timing, like hitting your hammer to parry them, which auto charges your hammer.
Yeah, and like you can sprint into a charge, so it's got a little bit of like a an Ellen Joe kind of thing where like you want to integrate movement into your rotation as well. I don't doubt she's going to be super fun to play. I really want her. I want to see how they create content that makes me feel like I didn't waste money owning both Miyabi and Yidhari.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just like Miyabi's like Miyabi is and continues to be the AoE queen. So like maybe that's a part of it. If there's lots of waves, Miyabi makes a lot more sense. If it's like a boss fight, Yidhari makes more sense. Or there will just be more bosses that like have the red defense bar that requires sheer damage to get down faster, so you bring Yidhari.
Yeah, I was gonna say
whatever.
I was like,
we'll find a use.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have if in the new patch the new boss that gets dropped is a miasma ice weakness boss. So it's like, oh yeah, Miyabi can do it, but really you want to get through that shield, because isn't it annoying when you're at 98% on your stun bar and then they shield?
It's the worst. It's so annoying. Oh man. My only disappointment with both, and this is my disappointment right now, we'll see what changes, with both Lucia and Yidhari, is there are too many other cool characters coming out in patch 2.4 for me to feel comfortable going for their W engines right now. And I really like the glow, but I also really like the characters they tease. So I have to get lucky a little bit.
I'm not as blown away as people. Like, I think they look cool, But they do not distract me from getting sparkly tentacles on Yidhari.
Yeah. You're already like full on got to get the Wenjin for Yidhari.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm well, considering this is the other thing we found out. We'll connect this. Vivian's getting a beach skin.
Beach skin.
She's fashionably late to the beach event, and she's getting. I remember seeing mention of this on some like online forums a little while ago, and everyone being like, "That makes no sense. Why would they give Vivian a skin in October when we just had a beach event? This is nothing." We're getting a beach skin for Vivian, and it looks phenomenal.
And it looks essentially free.
It can be free.
You have 3 months to roll 180 times on any limited banner in order to get it.
And it's just the expense of limited rolls. So that includes W Engine banners. So like there's a good chance you could get her. I mean, if she had been attached to the current patch to 2.2 instead of 2.3, we would both have her just by trying to get Orpheus.
Yeah, just Orphe would have been enough. Actually, I'm glad they're doing 2, because if it was a situation like we had with this one where like we skipped Seed.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, between Orphe and her W Engine, I would have hit it.
Still,
but only putting it all on one banner would have been, you would be like, I hope I lose 50-50. Otherwise, what do I spend my money on?
Right. I guess I'm going for a constellation on this character.
What's a constellation?
But yeah. Oh, Mindscape.
Yeah.
A Mindscape on this character. Whatever. Shut up. Yeah. So it's 180 rolls over the course of 2.3 and 2.4. You'll get her skin. You'll also get a bunch of other stuff, including like cosmetics for Belle and Wyoming, which is cool. Speaking of which, I know I'm jumping ahead, but it was a very small thing we might not have noticed. They are adding more cosmetics for the Yunquai Summit skins for Belle and Washington to the store, to the cool wooden store guy.
Okay.
So if you have not been accumulating those currencies from doing your temple management, now is the time to go ahead and start pre-farming so you have those.
Should be anyway, because you can still buy other items with them.
I get lazy. I just do the same things every day because they're the highest base value for like the normal coins. I have not been farming to get like the specialty coins.
See, I've been doing the opposite. I've been specifically farming to max out. I've been hitting my coin max like whenever the period is, every week or 2 weeks.
I did it for about 3 rotations and said that was enough for now. But I also like that one time I accidentally spent all of my currency on Denny's at the outpost. Means I've been pretty flush for Denny's, so I haven't had to worry about mining.
Like that's been my go-to. Is like that. I build up those coins and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll buy Denny's. Yeah. Speaking of shops, you remember Sanzi?
I do remember Sanzi.
Man, that man showed up for like a patch and then had almost no support afterwards.
We're getting like a couple new things you can buy with 2.3 so to add to your home onto the shelves that are already full of your W engines.
In 6th Street, where you probably rarely go back to your room.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have like a new rack in the temple.
New Rack City.
Yeah, so I mean, the other thing we're getting, you mentioned Minato is coming out.
Yeah.
We'll talk banners in a second. I think he's on the first round of banners.
He is on the first round.
The Lucia Vivian round. But also, if you're not interested in Lucia and you're not interested in Vivian, completing the major event for 2.3 will give you a free copy of Minato.
You'll also get
you're guaranteed
his skin for free from I think one of the events.
Yes. Yeah. I think it might even just be completing the main story.
I think it was 2. It was 2 different things. I think you get Minato for completing the story, and then maybe you get his skin from doing Yidhari's agent story. Maybe was it?
Maybe. Either way, do everything in the content. You'll get a free Minato. You'll probably get a couple copies if you're pulling for either of those characters. You'll get his skin. His skin looks pretty cool. It's just a recolor, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I think it is from Yidhari's story because it looks like from the teasers, Yidhari's story is going to interact with Minato, and they teased it, and it looks like he gets like his color swap in the story, and so by completing the story, you get his skin.
Okay, cool.
Either that, or I'm completely wrong.
Either way,
I'm either right or very wrong.
Either that's the tagline for this podcast. Either way, do everything as it comes out. You'll get all these cool things. And the nice thing is that his W engine will come out as well, and it's a Rupture W engine. So if you're not Brian and you're maybe not thinking about getting glowy tentacles, you might get an engine that could be good with Yidhari.
Yeah.
We mentioned it already, but they officially confirmed that further confirmed that Silver Soldier Ann B is getting an enhancement, and we saw a little bit of it. Her auto attack string has like a big AoE circle that I'm hoping has a little bit of a vacuum effect to it. And her 3 charges are way more noticeable now.
Yeah, I think it looked like that was the biggest thing, is just the applying of the marks is going to be so much easier, because now it's like if they're not literally on top of each other, they do not get the marks. And I think maybe that's where some of the feel bad is like if you don't get a good bunch, then you're just spending so much time just auto attacking these guys.
And it gets a little bit wonky even if you can group them, because dashing through somebody with her special triggers a lightning strike, and if you manage to clip multiple people with her hold special, but they're too close together, one dash will consume both characters' charge.
Yeah.
And so like it's still doing the same amount of damage, but it messes up my flow a little bit when I'm like trying to chain like 3-3-3, and I get like 2 of those 3 get eaten up because they're too close. It's fine. She's still fun to play. Her upgrades are on the way.
On the way.
And then the other reruns, we talked about Vivian being rerun. First half, Jafufu's getting rerun. Second half,
RIP to anyone who suddenly had a strong desire to pull for Vivian, but also wants to pull for people in this patch.
I know. This is a stacked couple of banners, because if you're running like Yizhuan and you don't have Jafufu, you're missing out.
And Jafufu might just like, she might be part of the Yidhari Lucia.
Yeah, we don't really know what the third person on that team is yet.
Both of them also proc off of Stunner, so it seems likely that similar to Yizhuan, the Rupture does want a Stunner with them. Maybe this is Qingmi's return to glory.
That would be nice. I doubt it, but that would be nice.
It's not.
No, I don't have her, so maybe it wouldn't be nice.
I just meant I don't think she's coming back, because too many of the other characters want to be on field, and Qingming wants to be the one that's on field the most. I bet Qingyi's on the list for updates to make them functional again. When I was looking at characters, the thing I was thinking about that we see as they release 2 more Rapture units, which makes 3 Rapture units, and if my numbers are not Rapture, Rupture. I mean, you just see your characters being sucked up into the sky. This is the worst trade deal in the history.
Oh man,
get going.
I spent 180 rolls and she's gone. Rupture units. That means, unless I'm mistaken, Rupture. No, I'm mistaken. There's 3 of them. Rupture now matches the number of Defender units we have in the game. And Defender's been there since launch. Because then we have Caesar, Ben.
Oh, right. I couldn't even think of the third one. I was like, we have Seth and Caesar. And then, we have Ben.
Yeah. And it's also been over a year, I think, since we had a Defender unit released. Like, it's been a while.
It's been since Caesar.
Yeah, because Seth came before Caesar. They're clearly trying to figure out where Defenders live in the game. I'm okay with waiting until they figure out how to fit one in, but it is a little bit wild to be like, this role just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, especially now that we have 2 support characters that heal. So they don't do the same thing as the shield, but they essentially do, because you can still play risky and just heal back. Yeah.
Caesar's shield needs to, like, it already has an attack steroid. It needs to do something else. Like, it needs to be like have thorns or something. Or slap a bunch of aftershock attacks on these older characters.
Or release a bunny skin for Caesar, and then who cares what her shield does.
Rerunner, give me the skin. Here we go. Third mortgage. Let's do it.
We couldn't fix her gameplay, so we updated her model.
Instead of putting a money value on it, says your heart. And you're like, yeah, I get it. Welcome home, Caesar. We're getting some new events as well with 2.3. I love the conceit for one of these events, which is going into Yadhari's dreams, so you can do a turn-based fighting game with
monsters,
void creatures.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It looks fun. I love that, like, kind of like.
It does look like it could be really cool. I hope it. Yeah. I hope it becomes one of the returning, because we've talked about the amount of times they've tried mini games, and you're like, oh, this is cool, and then they're like, yep, that was goodbye.
See you later. At least we got tower defense to run twice.
We did get a second tower defense, so they are bringing them back.
Someday. They don't have to rerun the Dancing Bamboo one, but this one they could bring in. It looks like a lot of fun. In addition to, so there's that event going on. We got a lot of reward events announced. It started already, but polychromes every day, up to 480 polychromes.
Which we get 480 for this patch, and then at the release of 2.3, we get 600. 600
for free,
plus the normal plus 10 tapes, plus bang
plus
boom
the
bombs,
10 tapes,
palms,
plus
bang
bombs, plus the usual 300 and sometimes more for maintenance while the servers are down.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty huge influx. They want you to roll a lot during patch 2.3.
Yeah.
Is what they're telling us. There's a lot they want you to do. Yeah, so there's also looks like a permanent game mode. They didn't necessarily say permanent, but I think it's permanent.
They did say they said the easy mode is permanent. The hard mode is limited time.
I wonder if it's going to be limited time like Tower is limited time, or like it's limited, but the limit is like 6 months.
I would imagine it's been like what they've been doing, where like it releases at the start of the patch, and it's like, this is going to go for the 34 days or the whole patch, like they have for some of these events.
Well, it needs to go for a little while because it has branching like narrative.
I'm guessing it's going to be like the beach resort or the flower event where they had the limited time portions.
Got it.
But other portions of it are permanent, so that way if you miss it, you can still do some of it. Or like Cheesetopia.
Okay.
Which, again, 1 year anniversary of the first time they introduced a new permanent thing, that permanent / limited time thing.
An event that was sticky after it got done running.
Cheese is sticky.
This one is interesting because it uses up to 4 teams.
Yes, which, going back to what you said earlier, if you've been playing since release, not as scary.
Yeah, you're excited. If you just joined, less excited.
This is more of your standard gacha, like, veteran event. Of like, are you a veteran and you have fully stacked teams and you can field 4 teams? You're probably not going to have any issues.
Yeah.
Do you not have that? Do you not have 4 teams that you can field by yourself?
Yeah.
We got the easy mode, unfortunately.
Well, the good news is like the 4th team is optional, even on hard modes. Like it even says like optional next to the team slot.
Yeah.
It just ends up making the final fight you have more buffs. So if you've got 3 cracked teams because you've been using them for Deadly Assault, you can still probably clear most of this content. If you don't, if you're new or you just don't have those teams built, not only is there easy mode, but easy mode gives you the chance to rent characters.
Yeah.
So you have access.
I also enjoyed when they presented it. They're like, look, Fairy has a purpose again.
We remembered Fairy.
And Fairy's whole purpose is just to
use.
auto-select your units for the challenge.
And you and I both know I'm not letting Fairy do that. I'm going to pick the teams I want to bring
I'm going to click it once to see what she does, and I'll be like, nope, this is wrong.
Nope. I'm using my teams. I've got up to 20 now. I've got 20 preset teams ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that'll be fun. I really like the idea of it having like these branching paths and the fact that you can like go back and change what your responses were and like it'll be more interesting to like more interesting decorations around a combat event.
Yeah. And then we have a bunch of like the easy stuff. We have picture events. We have this counseling event, which is probably going to, it's another one of those where someone's going to come to you and they'll be like, this is my problem. And then one of the answers will clearly address it and the other two won't.
Yeah. One of them will be in yellow and the other two aren't, so you know which one to pick.
We've got,
we'll have battery recycling.
Yeah, battery. You got the new hollow area to explore, so you'll have everything to come with that.
Yep. And there's like a little way to guide you through making sure you get everything in there. Then the last thing they showed us, I need to pull it up real quick. They teased our 2.4 characters.
No, they introduced new people to interact with. They're not coming for 2.4, Eric.
Yeah, totally not. I was trying to find their name.
They also have a couple, while you're looking that up, they have a couple random optimizations. Like disk drives, you can, they will show, like if you're following like one of the plans, it'll actually highlight the recommended substats on the disk drive. So you won't have to constantly like alt tab and look at like, all right, what are the optimal substats? They have a couple other ones like now when you like go to refill ether batteries to complete like a trial, it'll automatically select the right one or like the amount you need,
which is huge because it's been really annoying when I'm trying to like go back and use. I have a lot of batteries and it's tedious to have to like select them individually and yeah.
The one I like is that time automatically advances once when you log in.
Yes.
So that way, like, all of these random agent invites that you forget about, because none of them, except for the old ones, require you to jump time. And then so you jump time once, and then you have 800 people telling you that they're willing to promote your store now.
Yeah, or you left it at midnight, and you keep accidentally having to wake up the dog when you want to see if their ticket's the good one or not.
Oh, yeah. I do like that they had fixed that with Ashau or whatever the new dog's name is like, even if he's asleep he'll just wake up instead of having to like
guilt trip you.
Yeah.
It even says like, you woke Hal up, and it's like, I know I did. It's pixels. I need to see if this is a good one.
They at least made it so you can wake him up instead of like, it used to be like if you tried at midnight you just couldn't wake him up. It was just like, no,
idiot.
They're like, try
go
again.
Sleep. Go to your actual room and go to sleep. Yeah, lots of little quality of life things, but I appreciate they continue to pay attention to like what would make sense. They went on a whole streak about like the red dot optimizations and getting rid of all the red dots that are flashing at your
Which
UI.
I'm glad, because it's annoying when like they're like, new notice, and you're like, all right, I didn't click every single notice. They're like,
yeah,
that's your problem.
I don't want to look at that. It's fine. So we got 4 new characters or individuals shown to us towards the end. We saw Zhao again, who we met during the 2.2 story. We got Banyu, who is like a full robot guy who's supposed to be like stylized after the statue lions at the mouth of the temple, who looks pretty cool. We got Dia Lin, and Dia Lin is the girl who half her hair is black and half of it's white, and she's got a big chakram that she's fighting with. And then Ye Shengwang. And Ye Shengwang, I apologize for pronunciation, that is Horse Guy's sister.
Yes. I was like, who the hell is Horse Guy?
You know, Ye.
The guy that we theorized might become evil.
The one who's been really worried about his sister and the state of his sister and would do anything to protect her.
Including talking with the big bad he was sent to kill.
To Sarah, who we know that Sarah is going to be really important for this next story patch.
Unrelated.
I don't know. I mean, Ye Shengwang was shown with a sword that looks a lot like the Qingming sword that Yishuan's sister had.
Yeah.
Which, using it, eats your memories, which would explain why he's so worried about his sister. It would also explain why at the very end of the video, we hear the mayor's voice asking Ye Shengwang to be something, and then he gets cut off, but it's pretty obvious he's asking her to be a void hunter.
Yeah.
So, like, she may be our next void hunter. I really like her whole aesthetic. Like, she looks really cool. I like the cool sword. Do we have just like a straight up sword user? No, we have Miyabi.
I was gonna say we have Miyabi.
We do.
We have Sanbi. We have Soldier 11.
Yeah. We got a lot actually. Now that I'm thinking out loud. But yeah, I think she's gonna be really interesting. And then I really liked the way Dia Lin looks. We don't know anything about her. The real question is, Brian, I'm putting a picture in our chat so you can look at it with me. Which of these do you think are A rank and which do you think are S rank? Ye Shengwang's S rank. I think that's obvious.
Yeah, Ye Shengwang. If I had to guess,
Zhao feels A rank to me, and I know that's going to disappoint people.
I was leaning towards Zhao or Ban Yui.
I'm really hopeful Ban Yui is S rank because we need more S rank men. And like
honestly, that's one of the big reasons I think he's going to be A rank.
A rank. I'm on the fence for Dia Lin. I think Dia Lin could go either way. We need to know a little bit more about her. But I'm pretty sure Dia Lin, Ban Yui, and Zhao are 3 members of Krampus. We know Zhao is a member of Krampus. So
I want to say they said Ban Yui is also.
Yeah, I think it's all but Ye Shengwang. I think Ye Shengwang is not Krampus. I think she's
Exaltist.
She's yeah, they're back.
Oh man, what if they pull in Isolde 2.0?
They come back and it's all just like Monster of the Day.
They're like, every time you tell us to bring out the pop group, another character becomes an Exaltist.
We bring them back again. More missed. Every time someone tweets about the pop idols, they get kicked right down the road again. They look cool. I'm excited to find out more. I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I want to see who's going to be in 2.4 before I fully figure out who I'm going to roll for. And once we know more about things like W engine effects, we'll talk about it during the next episodes.
Yeah, it could.
Ye Shiyuan
could easily be one of those where you're like, I'm not going to pull for him, and they're like, oh no, Lucia's abilities drop by half if you don't have her W engine, and you're like, all right, I guess we got to get it.
Yeah, it's a real trigger situation where you're going, well, I like this character, so I need the W engine.
Yeah, I'm excited for
hope I get
Yidhari to join the pantheon of Yanagi and Miyabi.
Yeah,
as the all 12 skills. I don't care if I don't need all of her skills to be at 12. She's going to be, because Daddy provides. In this house, I provide for my women.
Oh man, I wish I could match your ability to just hurl hamster cages at characters. I'm so hesitant to use them.
What else are you gonna do with them?
I don't know. That's the problem. I might need them in the future. I've got so many. There's no reason to save them.
At least put 1 or 2 on a character.
All my S ranks that I use have at least 1. I think I have maybe 1 character who has 2, but they all have 1. I just haven't given anybody more. I don't give more than 1. They get 1 thing at 12. And that's it. I'll spend them. Brian, don't look at me like that. I'll do it. I'll spend.
I know you won't.
Spend.
I know you won't, because you were like, what if they release it? Yeah. I'm going to spend my cages, and then the next character is going to be like, oh, they scale exclusively off how many level 12 skills they have.
There's no reason to hoard them because, like you said, we're going to get more. So even if I drop down to having like 6 in remainder, that would still cover a whole character being released.
And
we're still going to get more.
You get what?
Like 2
or 3 per city fund. And then you can buy like another 2 or 3 from Scott Outpost a month.
Yeah, you get one from Scott Outpost.
So like,
I shouldn't be saving these things, man. You're right. Don't be right. Shut up, Brian. Stop being right. I don't want to talk about it. I do appreciate, like, are you already pre-farming to make sure you have all the materials for Yidhari? Or are you gonna?
Oh yeah, no, I've been pre-farm. Right now, I'm currently pre-farming disk drives for basically the whole seed patch was nothing but pre-farming basic materials, like making sure I have the skill chips and like the rank up materials. So now that we know that Lucia and Yidhari both just want a butt ton of health, I'm just starting to farm disk drives for health.
Get some disk drives.
I'm hoping I can get a like slot 1 disk drive with 4 sets of health on it for Lucia.
Just all health percentage.
I feel like statistically it might be impossible. Like the game might be coded to not have all 4 of
No, it's possible.
Oh.
But you have to want it to roll crit for that to happen. If you want it to roll crit, you'll get 4 HP, no problem.
What I'm going to do is while I'm rolling for Moonlight Melody, it's going to be on the attack one. It's going to
there you go.
The DPS disk drive is the one that's going to have all the health. And I'm like, I don't want that.
I don't want that. I've been enjoying farming discs for Orpheus and Trigger, or not Trigger, but Anby, because they use the same set, and like I'm in that point where I'm like, just one more crit stat, like one more sub will bump that up just a little bit more, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I'm gonna have to start pre-farming though.
I think I spent about 1,000 of like the disc materials to just grind them out for Orphe. Because I was, and then I ultimately wasted it because I was aiming for her crit rate cap, not counting the W engine.
Oh,
and so, fortunately, it's not too much. I'm like 7% higher than like what it actually needs to be. I'm like,
all
right, that's good enough. Like I'm already put way more effort into her disk drive stats than I have for most other characters.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, it's paid out in spades because she's ridiculous.
She shreds. It was so refreshing to hear that, like, make 6 an energy regen. Cool, got it. 5 doesn't need to be fire attack damage. It can be regular attack. Cool, got it. 4 on crit damage. Like, it just lined up really nicely to get her very, very well built. It's going to be great, man. And the good news is, to your point, they did not announce any new disk drive sets.
Yes.
So we know that Lucia and Yidhari will use what's already been released. So you can safely start farming. For now, we know how sometimes they'll decide to release a set 2 patches later that now you're refarming for everybody anyways. But at least for now, you can get them pretty built up.
I don't know if they... I mean, maybe they... I guess they don't normally announce whether or not there's going to be like a new... Notorious Hunt and a new whatever the purple material is on their core skills.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll tease if there's gonna be like a whole new boss. They did tease a new boss during the special program.
So maybe there will be a new Notorious Hunt you need for.
I mean, once we know more, we'll say more. But I think it's one of those things like I don't farm any of the ones that can go into like overdrive when the character comes out till the character comes out. It's just much more.
Those I don't unless they just line up to already be on overdrive. Because ever since the introduction of overdrive, you're just wasting your time. Yeah, I mean, if you really have nothing else to grind, then you can do it. But
you can do it. But why would you? Yeah, man. I mean, if we find out more, when we find out more, we'll mention it on the podcast, but we'll also make sure it will get mentioned in our Discord server. So if you're trying to kind of keep up on the news and everything, feel free to join the Discord. There's a link in the comments below. Dude, did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything.
Even with efficient.
That was efficient.
Tangents. We've never been this efficient.
I think we glossed over
more?
the like story teasers because we're already going to do a whole episode about the story. So talking about the teasers is
I mean, we'll play it. We'll make it the episode roughly 2 weeks after the story comes out. Really, we're just going to spend hours talking about how much we're obsessed with Lucia and Yadhari.
If my math is mathing, our next episode will be just before they come out, which means that the episode after that would be the story episode if we wanted to.
Perfect.
So be forewarned.
That works out great.
In a month's time, we will be talking about story spoilers.
1 month from now, we're going to spoil the story. You'll all remember.
You don't have access to the story, so there's nothing you can do about this warning.
Deal with it. You are absolutely right, man. Our next episode will be on October 16th. I think that will be the day the episode will come out after Lucia comes out. But we will probably not have recorded after she comes out.
Oh God, what are we going to talk about? We will.
Oh man, we're gonna have to do like a late night recording on a Wednesday. We really messed up. We should have started releasing the podcast on Fridays. No, it'll be good. We'll extrapolate wildly. You want to wrap it up, Ray?
Nope.
I've already kind of started, so I guess I'll just keep going. If you
like what we do, check us out on Podbean, Bean
Podbean, he says. You nailed it in
Any
one.
of your cod patchers.
Any of your cod patchers of voice. Follow, comment, tell your friends, whatever. Tell people
your
online.
Enemies.
Hey, tell your enemies.
Yeah, if you hate what we do,
enemies.
Give us to your enemies and make them suffer.
Yeah. Spread us everywhere so that everyone can listen to us ramble about the upcoming patch.
Treat us like the plague. Give it to everyone.
Yes. Cough our podcast in your friends' faces. Really just aerosol it everywhere. Do what Brian said. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. If you want to engage in our community, there's a link to our Discord and the show notes. There's also a link to an email address. If you are...
Eric, real quick. Have you ever received one email?
No, because our listeners aren't septuagenarians. But if they are, you can send us an email.
Well, if you cough on them, they might become septic. Or whatever word you said.
We have 3 emails in our inbox, and they are...
ads.
Absolutely. They're all ads. And one's just like straight up spam trying to get me to click on a link. It just says HO2025_7071.jpg.
Eric, this is a terrible ending. Cut it.
That's my fan.
Pull the feed.
Pull it. Oh no.